next idea is something I've seen Guthrie do a few times. I think he did it in what was that? The Larry Carlton Jam, and there's not many things I see him do that he repeats himself. That's pretty much what's so amazing about him, because he does all these jam tracks, and hardly ever does he repeat something that he did. But he does this one thing where he's walking down chromatically, and then he starts doing a pivot note kind of thing, and he does that chromatically also. And so it kind of goes like this. So it's that's basically the idea. And what it is basically is, again, he's sliding up into this bend, and then he just literally walks down the notes chromatically. And if you walk down on one string, it would be. But he bends up, he slides into the 13th fret and bends up. And then he bends down to the 13th fret, 12th fret, 11th fret, and on the next string, he plays the 15th fret, 14, 13, 12, 11. So. Then he puts the second finger on the 12th fret, and he skips a string, and this is where he starts doing that pivot note. And he does the 13th fret on the B string, 14th fret on the B string, then 13, 12, 11, 10. At least I think that's what he does. And again, it's a concept, it's a cool lick, but it's a concept that you can use all over the place too. Try just pivoting off of, again, the pentatonic scale. Try that, the 9th fret on the G string with your second finger, and the 3rd finger on, skip a string, go to the B string, or I'm sorry, the E string, 9th fret, and then just, you pick the first note, the 9th fret G string, and then you chicken pick if you want. You can, and chicken picking is using your fingers with the pick kind of thing, and you use your pinky or any other finger to pull that top note on the E string. There's just, it's just a cool little concept, and that chromatic walk down, you can do that anywhere too. And that's basically right on that pentatonic scale that everybody's. I'm trying to show you the ideas in a familiar form if you're only familiar with one pattern. So that's the idea, that's the concept. Again, work it all over the place. Try different pivoting off of different fingers. And again, and that bottom note is, again, just like the one idea I showed you a few videos before or whatever. You're really muting that bass note. So after you play that bass note, you're not really hearing that pitch. You're just almost hearing this. I mean, you could play it where you hear it, but if you have it ringing together too much, it ends up getting a little mushy, especially with distortion and stuff. So try that out, and I hope you enjoy that part. We'll move on to the next one. The last idea of the song is kind of a cool little thing that he does. He does a lot of the fast runs that he plays. If you slow him down and you actually listen to what's going on, a lot of them, he's got these 16th note runs, but he'll throw in 16th note triplets. And again, if you don't play it that way, or if you don't it'll just sound timing-wise slightly off because it is, but it's just a cool little thing that he does. I mean, he's always in and out of playing straight on 16th notes or something, or 32nd notes, whatever he's playing, and then he goes into these little triplets, or he'll do kind of what a saxophone player does, where he'll phrase something, a bunch of 16th notes, and then he'll stop for like an 8th note rest or a 16th note rest, and that's another cool concept I'll talk about at some point. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, but if you get a chance, listen to sax players. Start transcribing those guys, because they do something that guitar players don't usually do. A lot of times we get into these things where we're picking and running, and we're doing leads, and then we play a lick into another lick, and sax players and horn players, they're forced to have space in what they do, because they actually physically have to breathe. We don't have to breathe. A lot of us don't. We hold our breath and we tense up and everything, but sax players have to actually, they'll play a line and then they'll stop because they have to catch their breath. But it also allows, so it allows space in their lines, and that's where you get that kind of staccato kind of thing going on. And that's an awesome thing. That Guthrie does a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of players do, but if you get a chance, start transcribing some sax players, because it'll open up a whole world to your playing. Anyway, so that was off topic. Sorry about that. The line he plays, it's after that whole dissonant bend he does. He does a D note on the high E string on the 10th fret, and he plays a C sharp note on the B string, and then he bends that B sharp into the D note. I'm sorry, the C sharp into the D note. So it's the 14th fret on the B string. He bends that up to the 15th fret. But when you play those together, again, they're half step apart, and then you bend it into so it's, I don't actually remember what he does there. Okay. And so there's at that point, that's that lick that I was talking about. So it's basically, he plays the 8th note, the 8th fret on the, this is all on the A string. So 8th fret with the 2nd finger, 7th fret with the 1st finger. He pulls that off. And that's like 2 16th notes. Then he slides up to the 9th fret with the 1st finger. Then he hammers on the 11th fret and the 12th fret, and that's the 16th note triplet. So it's, so if you played it straight 16th notes, it'd be, but with that triplet, it's, and then he does another 16th note triplet with the 9th fret D string, and the 9th fret G string, and then the 12th fret with your pinky on the D string. So those are triplets too. So he's got a triplet here. So he's got 2 16th notes, then 2 triplet 16ths. And it's just a cool little thing that he does. And that's where he does, and the last thing he does actually is a pivoting kind of note thing, where the 1st finger's on the 9th fret on the D string, and he walks up the scale basically with these fingers on the B string and the E string, the 10th fret B string, 12th fret B string, 10th fret E string, and 12th fret E string. But in between each one, he's pivoting back off of that 9th fret D string. So and that's also, again, that bass note is slightly muted, but you're actually hearing the pitch in that a little more than when we were doing these kind of things. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and remember, check out guitarbreakdown.com. I almost forgot the name of the site. But yeah, check out guitarbreakdown.com. There's going to be a bunch of stuff on there. It's just kind of getting up and running right now, But we've got a lot of cool things ahead for everybody. So I hope you're enjoying this, and let me know. Put some comments. If you don't like it, tell me too. If there's something that you want me to transcribe, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.